Aiden, many congratulations, Player of the Month for February. Fantastic accolade for you personally, but it's also a really positive one for the team and what they've achieved this month.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's a great accolade to get, to see your form recognised over the past month. I'd like to think I've been pretty consistent the whole season, but obviously a few goals and a few assists, grab headlines, but the main thing is that the team's been doing well. Obviously had a good month as well.
The big thing, I suppose, and we talked about it a couple of weeks ago when we did a preview piece, was you're playing with a smile on your face, you're enjoying playing football. Is that what is getting the best out of you?
I would say yeah. I think also just playing games again, and I think I done an interview before where someone said to me, "Oh, you're playing the best football of your career," and I was like, well, probably forgot what I play like, to be honest with you, because I've not really played that much. Never really played much at Sheffield Wednesday, played much at Everton, so before that it was Russia. Who sees you in Russia? Over this side of the world anyway, so. But yeah, it's a good environment to be playing your football in, and yeah, I'm loving it.
One of your predecessors here used to always say to me in interviews, he used to say, you can't see the best out of a player unless he's played 12, 15, 20 games in a row. You don't get a rhythm, and then that's echoed in what you've just said.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't be expected to come in and play 2 games and show your best form. You might, but chances are you probably won't. So most players need 5, 6, 7, 8 games, an extended run in a team to probably know that they don't have that pressure of you perform today or you won't play again. It's one of them, and get used and comfortable in an environment, playing with their teammates, working up understanding with certain players on the pitch. That's the way I see it as well.
Just again, going back to the interview a couple of weeks ago, you said it's been a while since you'd heard fans regularly singing your name. Russia probably the last time, and there's been a lovely affinity formed with the fans. They really have taken to you, and that can make the sort of the environment a better place to go and perform as well.
Definitely. Like I said, yeah, a couple of weeks ago, it's been a while since I've had that, but it's one of them where you hear the fans sing your name during the game, and it gives you a bit of confidence, and I appreciate it massively. Obviously it shows that the fans have taken to me, and I've taken to them as well, and it's just that for any player to hear that, it shows that you're doing something right, and yeah, it just probably puts makes the hairs in the back of your neck stand up a little bit when you hear it, but it's great, and you can't always, when I hear it during games sometimes, and I can't always give them a little thanks, but because the game's going on, but I hear it, and obviously, like I said, I appreciate it.
The way you play, you're an entertainer, and that's the business that you're in. And playing football, of course, you want to win games, but people come to be entertained, don't they? And I suppose that's what helps that as well, because the way you play, it's an entertaining form of the game.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I play football, the way I always have played. I mean, when I was younger, I just used to get the ball and try and beat everyone. Obviously, if I carried on doing that, I wouldn't be where I am just now. I probably wouldn't have made it as a footballer, but I've had to listen to advice over the years. But I'd always like to think I would never lose that side of my game. The thing that makes me stand out, the thing that makes me different from other players, to be able to create chances. When you lose that, you just become like every other normal player, and I think that's, like I said, that's the thing that people like to be entertained, but it's just that kind of natural part of my game. I don't go out thinking I'm going to do a trick here. It's just in a game situation, something happens and it's instinct, but when it looks good and comes off, great.
I suppose that's it, isn't it? A lot of what you must do must be instinct. So you can't think and imagine. You can't think 3 steps ahead. Football doesn't work like that, and it has to be instinctive.
Yeah, and if you do something good, like something entertaining, a little trick or whatever, and it leads to something, even better. But I don't go out thinking I'm going to do this trick today, or I'm going to do that, I'm going to try and beat the guy this way. Just when I square someone up, your mind takes over and something happens. Obviously it doesn't always work, sometimes you get tackled, but But yeah, that's just the type of player I am and always have been.
I suppose you can't get too frustrated when it doesn't work as well either. That's got to be part of the mental part of your own personal game.
Yeah, well, that's even at like last night at Derby, there was one in the first half where I tried to turn with the ball and I kind of almost miscontrolled it and it ran away from me, and they broke, and the manager was like saying to me like to pass it. But obviously I knew what I was trying to do, but it just didn't come off. But then one in the second half, I took the ball down, turned, and then the same thing. But I did it, just, you know, it didn't put me off from trying it again, because I'd done it in the first half and lost it. I did it and it worked, you know. So that, as a player, you have to have that, I suppose you could call it mental toughness maybe in a way, or to not get too downhearted if something doesn't work in the life of a wide player. You can get tackled quite a lot, but then all it takes is one occasion for you to be a full-back or hit a cross in, we score.
And part of the importance of being successful, I suppose, is having a management team who are willing to accept that and understand that as well. Like you say there, the manager, I'm looking, but he's not screaming at you every time you lose the ball. He's saying, please go and try things in the final third, but maybe not in your own half. Yeah,
that's it. And I think he obviously knows that you need those types of players in your team. But like I said, it's a good environment. If you try something and it doesn't come off, he's not screaming and shouting at you. You know, some players might take criticism differently, but I think I can take it. But he doesn't really give it out anyway. To be honest with you, properly come down on you if you try a flick round the corner, because he knows that creative players, you need them to try things. You need them to be able to express themselves and think outside the box.
Finally, it's been a bit of a long 2-minute chat, but finally it's 10 games to go, and it's the business end of the season, as the cliche goes. And I suppose every game now is one. It's the same attitude that we've had all along: go out and try and win as many games as possible. That's it, yeah. What's your plan at the start of the season? Win as many games as you can. It's the same now.